just bringing you another Black Ops 3 video. I got to play the game at E3 last month. I thought I'd do a question and answer video with you guys rather than me just rambling on about some gameplay over some gameplay. So I got some questions from Twitter, so let's jump into it. So the very first one is from Eminence, and he asks, do you feel that Alpha was more SMG or AR heavy? I definitely would say it was more AR heavy. Got to play with 5 SMGs, 5 ARs, but most of the SMGs that I used had pretty bad range, very similar to the ones in Advanced Warfare, something like the KF5, where it has good damage, but the range isn't really that viable. So I did like most of the ARs, though, definitely AR heavy. The next one is from Hopi, and he asked, does the game feel clean, like the players move around on the ground and able to predict movement a lot easier? No flying monkeys? I think he's trying to ask, is it like Advanced Warfare? And no, the thrust jumps in the games are nothing like the exo movement in Advanced Warfare. I feel like the problem that Advanced Warfare has, where people didn't really like it, that people could be above you while they're shooting. This is something that you're not going to see in Black Ops 3. I got to talk to one of the developers of the game, and that's something they really focused on. They didn't want that happening. They wanted kind of a bit more classic, but not back to the very, very standard classic Call of Duty. So if that's one thing you didn't like about Advanced Warfare, was the whole exo movement, I think you're really going to like this. Next one is from Slender Pillow, and he asks, how would you rate the maps shown off so far in the pre-release build, how they play and how they look? I got to play 4 of the maps. I did like 3 of them. I was a big fan of Hunted. That's probably my favorite. I really didn't like Evac, though. It was really kind of messy, and I don't really like the layout. It didn't seem that fun, but I have to see how it goes when the game is fully out. Next one is from Rados, and he asks, nades and tacticals. So as for the lethals, I'm not actually allowed to show you guys the menus, but there is Frag, Semtex, Thermite, which is a new one, a C4 Trip Mine, and Combat Axe. I'm pretty happy there's no Claymore, but the Thermite is a grenade that explodes into a lethal heat zone that lasts for a short duration. That was its little blurb. I never got to use it, unfortunately. And as for tacticals, they're very classic kind of choices. You got Concussion, Flashbang, EMP, Smoke, Trophy, and Shock Charge. So yeah, very classic, very similar to Black Ops 2, minus the EMP. I don't think that had it. There was another tactical, but it was classified, so have to see what that one is. That might be an exciting one to look out for. The next one is from Slim Shaney 95, and he asks, what's your favorite gun so far? Definitely the XR2. It's very similar to the M8A1 from Black Ops 2, and it's kind of it's a burst gun, obviously, and yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. Next one is from RB Aria, and he asks, are you happy with the way the game feels? Fast pace / slow pace. So it's much slower than Advanced Warfare, much slower. So I feel like it's a lot more classic rather than the 3-story featured maps that you get in Advanced Warfare. So definitely on par with the pace of Black Ops 2. Next one is from Slice of Life. He asks, I heard wall running is a minor thing that doesn't change the game as much from the traditional Call of Duty. Is this true? And yes, absolutely. It's extremely minor. I know when the multiplayer trailer came out and it featured the wall running, I think everyone was freaking out. It's going to be like Titanfall, it's going to be horrible. But where in Titanfall it was kind of like the bread and butter, the wall running was. But in this one, it's really not essential that you have to do it. 2 of the maps don't even have any walls that you can really even run on. So yeah, it's not even going to really impact the game too much. It's just a nice added element, in my opinion. So yeah, definitely don't worry about that if you're a little bit scared of it. The next one is from Marchie, and he asks, what aspects of Black Ops 3 are similar to those of Black Ops 2? The overall feel is very similar to Black Ops 2, both being made by Treyarch. It makes sense, but the kind of sounds and kind of feel of the game are very similar. The difference is the different movements which they've added, which I think really adds to the game. So yeah, I'd say the sounds and the guns are kind of very similar as well. So next one is from Max Colston. He asks, what's your favorite specialist from what you've played so far? I did make an effort to play all 7 of them while I was at E3. My definite favorite would be Reaper. I think he's an experimental war robot, which sounds pretty fun, and he's got his specialist abilities. One is the Scythe, which his arm turns into a minigun. I didn't actually use that one, but I used the other one, which is Psychosis, where you can activate it and it sends out duplicates of him, so obviously people can shoot at him, but they're not actually shooting you. So I had a really good gameplay with that, and yeah, he's definitely lots of fun. So next one is from Fall from Grace, and she asks, what's your favourite new feature of Black Ops 3, and do you have a preferred weapon? My definite favourite feature is the swimming and swimming underwater and shooting underwater. It's a lot of fun, and I feel like I never would have expected that in a Call of Duty, and yeah, it's not too ridiculous. It's really fun. I really like that. And favourite weapon? The XR2 again. Next one is from Chevy Truckin', and he asks, how's the boost jumping? Too much, too little, or just right? Just right. I'd say just right. Maybe even not enough, perhaps. I found I struggled, probably because I've been playing Advanced Warfare for so long, that like it wasn't enough. Like you had to really concentrate to get up on a ledge to kind of time your boosts to get up to a higher level. But it's definitely not too much. So I think that's something people will really like. The next one is from Static Agility. What is the health system like? Is it like Black Ops 2? Very, very similar to Black Ops 2, I would say. Maybe even a smidge less, in my opinion, but I think that's something that you can't really judge at this point. I was playing on a LAN connection, and the game's not fully out yet, and not everything's, all the guns and stuff aren't balanced, and still need to be, like, kind of, tuned a bit, so I can't really tell, but I think it will be similar to Black Ops 2 in the end. So next one is from Dakota Hurley 24, and he asks, what guns are you excited to use when Black Ops 3 comes out? Obviously the new ones that I haven't played yet, I didn't get to actually use all of them, a couple of them were still classified, and obviously they'll bring out new ones eventually as well, like they always do, but definitely the XR2, the Cuda, and the Shiva, definitely probably my favourites. Next one is from Logan Brown, and he asks, does the sniping feel like Black Ops 2 sniping? I only got to use a tiny snippet of a sniper in one game, and yeah, it did feel very similar to Black Ops 2, and I think people will like that. Next one is from Oliver Q, and he asks, do you feel the guns up idea is a positive step, or is it reducing skill needed for, say, that quicker reaction? I definitely don't think so. I think you still need that really quick reaction. It's just you don't get caught in those unlucky moments where you're mantling over a window or anything like that. You can still shoot, and I think you're not going to get those unlucky times where that happens. I don't think it really impacts on your reaction time, and I absolutely love what they've done with the movement. It's just makes everything so fluid, and the knifing is just so like just gels so well with like shooting. So I think they've done that so well, and it feels really nice to play. Next one is from Gavin Chesney, and he asks, rating out of 10, and is it really another failure for all of us COD fans? Hashtag waste of money. Yeah, I definitely don't think it's going to be a failure. It's not on Ghost level, I can assure you that. Next one is from Coots Jeep, and he asks, where do you see Black Ops 3 this time next year? Will people continue to play it and change from Counter-Strike COD to Counter-Strike? Hashtag better game. Hashtag bring back Modern Warfare 2. I really do hope people like it. It's really hard to tell. Everyone's really different, and I don't know, games are just evolving so much these days, and yeah, I don't really have a prediction, but I really hope we kind of get the reaction that everyone got from Black Ops 2. So yeah, I think Treyarch really listens to the community as well, so I feel like if something's not right, I think that they can definitely tweak it so that it's more enjoyable for everyone, so fingers crossed. Next one is from, and another one from Slanted Pillow. Are there any previous guns from other CODs that are unseen that you hope make it in or get recreated as other names for Black Ops 2? I really did love most of the guns from Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, but I feel like the submachine guns that I love so much in Black Ops 2 wouldn't really work on this game because of the maps being a little bit bigger. The Black Ops 2 maps are a little bit more intimate, as you could say, but just wouldn't work on this COD, I wouldn't say, so that's kind of a little bit disappointing. But something like the FAL from Black Ops 2 would be really awesome. There is the Shiva, which is in this game, but it does have that threshold, so you can't actually shoot it as much as you'd like, which you could with FAL. So maybe they'll change the Shiva to that, but something like that would be awesome. The next one, another one from Eminent. He asks, are the kill streaks actually viable? So I got to see 12 of them, and there's 6 that are still classified. So there's a lot of kill streaks available. They're very similar to the ones that you'd see in Black Ops 2. So you got the UAV HCXD, which obviously is probably similar to the RCXD. Care package, counter UAV, lightning strike, Talon, a Wrath, a combat robot, which you'd see in Advanced Warfare. So it's kind of like a mix of all other CODs, but as for whether they'll be used in competitive, I really hope so. Like, Black Ops 2's kill streaks were just so perfect and added such an added element to the game, and I just thought they were just awesome. So I hope they're kind of like similar to that. I didn't actually get to use many of them because I didn't actually get that good gameplay, but I guess I didn't really answer that very well. But yes, I'll say they're viable. And the last one from Eminence again, and how do you feel the game will play competitively? I think it's going to be awesome. Treyarch is having a big focus on esports with the release of this game, so I think that's kind of their main focus, because I know that's something that's really important to so many Call of Duty players these days. So I think it's going to be amazing for that. I think they're going to be putting some casting modes in, and yeah, hopefully everything kind of works out, but I think it will be really good, just like Black Ops 2, hopefully. Anyway, so that kind of wraps up the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it and you got some of your questions answered, or got a bit more information about the game. I will be doing some exciting stuff for the beta coming out on August 19th on PS4 on my Twitch stream, which I'll link in the description. I'm doing some fun stuff, doing some giveaways, and if you guys aren't on Twitch, something like that is something to tune into. Anyway, thanks again, guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video.